I'm curious, what is something that other people value just in your world, whether that be consulting, big picture leadership? What is something other people value that you don't place a whole lot of value in?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. I really put, when I'm thinking about hiring, I'm so much more, I'll say, of an intuitive hirer. I'm looking at people's skill sets, capabilities, personality, the way they think, and I will always hire for that over your pedigree and your experience on your resume. I had a hiring situation when I was at a big tech company, and I was hiring for an account executive role. And I met this great young man through the interview loop. And he had 5 years of experience, and he was a telesales rep, and he was in a very rural part of the country. And so, his income and all those things were adjusted for that. And I just knew he was going to be amazing outside sales rep. I knew it. I just like everything about him, his skill, his drive, his commitment to learning, all these things that weren't on his resume. I had to go to bat all the way up to the top of HR to hire him. And I did. And they said, if he doesn't work out, it's on you. Like that's we're holding you accountable if we take this quote unquote risk, right? And the first year he was in the role, he went to Quota Club. And then the next year, he was the top performer in the business. And I always tell that story to leaders when we talk about hiring, because I'm like, this young man would have been so easily passed over because he
Right.
didn't fit the perfect model for how to be an account executive. But he had the capability, it was just sitting right there. And I've kept, this is now many, many years ago. We're still in touch. Now he's gone on and had an amazing, amazing career. But I think back on that moment, and it was just, for me, it was intuition.
Yeah, as my team has hired over the years, I've had been in the same situation where you wanted to hire someone and have been told flat out no.
Mhm.
And nothing feels more demeaning or disempowering than being told no, your judgment on this person, and at times you have to go with it. And what I always swore through that experience was I would never tell my team no. I would never say, I may interview them. I may not think that they're going to be a great fit. And I'll be really honest and transparent about that. But I've always told my team, I will never tell you no. I will just tell you, you have to own the outcome.
Yep.
And I think that is for a situation like that, where it's like there's something internal, there's that gut feeling that you feel like this person is really going to be successful, that you're willing to
Yeah.
take that chance.
Yep. And it's just, I look at the times in my own career where people gave me shots and opportunities. And yes, I
Yes.
worked really hard for those, but every single time I made any kind of quantum leap, it was because somebody believed and somebody put their neck out and somebody took a
Right.
risk for me. And I've always
Absolutely.
reflected on that when I've thought about giving other people those opportunities. And that's always my wish for leaders. The more of us out there that can look at people and give them those opportunities, the better, we'll all collectively be.
Right.